Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ellison Cruz and welcome back to Hey Pikmin! Last time we finished off a couple of levels that managed to converge into the back and forth road, and in doing so we are nearing the end of the Brilliant Garden, which for better or for worse will bring us into different territories, but for now let's head into back and forth road and see what this area has to offer. Maybe a little bit of back, a schmote of forth, who knows. Ah, wonderful. Cool, so starting us off, we've got a couple of red Pikmin hiding up in the fluff. How's it going? Thanks for joining us, and we will be introduced to the novel concept known as pushing very large stone blocks that four little creatures really shouldn't be able to move, and we're introduced to dang spiders. I know these guys have a name, I just don't remember what it is. For some reason, a lot of the enemies in this game have been renamed for some particular reason, and a lot of the new ones that they brought back in don't really feel as memorable as other ones in other games, like Bulborbs and Snitch Bugs and Burrowing Snagrets and things like that. It's just, they're all underwhelming. And I think even this guy, he's not even, what's his face? Oh, he belly flopped. Those aren't even shearwigs in this game, there's something else, but I'm just gonna call them that. These guys are literally just spiders. That's alright. If they extend their claws out, you want to be careful, or their legs, because that'll pose a stabbing habit onto your dear friends. So avoid that at all costs, and we will get this nice little treasure. Awesome. 30. I feel bad for whoever's stash that was. We just totally stole it. In this part, we're going to drop down here, and yeah, we're going to have to move this stone for a solid 50 minutes. For some reason it just takes forever. Hello. You don't belong in the ceiling, and you don't belong on the ground. But you do both belong in hell, so there you go. So we're gonna hold on to these four little Pikmin for a while, because for some reason they decide not to give us all of them until a little bit later, but let's go and help them push. It actually doesn't make it any faster, but you know a leader is good when he leads, and he doesn't order them around all willy-nilly. I really do wish that Olimar had a little bit of upper body strength. You'd think that tossing Pikmin all day, every day in a fight for survival might get some meat on his bones, but maybe Hockatations just don't simply grow that way. Or maybe it's the lack of protein and water in his diet. Nice. Alright, so we're gonna head over here and go off against one of these guys. I think they're called Mokiwis or Mokwis, but they don't feel like it. They're essentially just stupid ass Bulborbs reskinned as little beak screeching monsters. We'll go and take him out. 4's all we need. They're just breakdancing on top of his forehead. That's awesome. Alright, and that concludes the first room of this area, which means we're about ready to head into the Upside Down. Not without a cutscene. Good riddance. But welcome to the dark side of the world, I guess. Just have a bunch of ominous creatures hanging down. How's it going? And, oh, more of you guys. Cool, so just kill everything in your path, and this is the first level that we're actually going to be swapping between two different colors of Pikmin. Now, the yellow ones and the red ones can be swapped by tapping them on the bottom screen. It's kind of simplistic in that way, because if you don't have any more, you have to switch back manually to the red or to the other color you want to use. So it's really unwieldy, and sometimes if you're in the heat of a battle and you can't remember why you're throwing the yellow ones instead of the red when you have 10 times more of those guys, then it can screw you up and you'll mostly find yourself with a bunch of dead Pikmin on your conscience. So just bear in mind, that's the thing. But we're gonna go and hover up here, and I think collect a couple more as we enter this area. Hey, how's it going, fellas? Mind dropping that down over here? Hopefully nothing bad happens to me while you guys are taking your time moving that sweet old payload up there. Yep, there you go. So this guy on the bottom is just gonna be hanging out while they're just freaking around upstairs. Well, it's really nice of you guys to have a lot of hustle in your steps, but we gotta make sure we bring them along our journey. And once we head up here, we'll actually get our first treasure. About damn time. I feel like I've been playing this level for half an hour. But yes, it's a stopwatch and it's real as hell. What are you called, sir? It's the stopped doomsday clock. That's kind of incredible. I think right now we're actually 1 minute to midnight. It's crazy. Any day now we're just gonna be like, oh, it's half past midnight. How's it going? End of the world. Alright, so we've got 12 of our Pikmin now at the ready, so let's go this way. We got ourselves a heart up there too. I'll take it. Don't need it, but I would love to have it. And ooh, hello. Thanks for hanging out, fellas. What do we got here? Exasperated sigh. When Olimar learns that all of his very hard-working, valiant warriors are distracted by even the smallest glimmer of shining, flapping butterflies. Not really surprising, but let's go head back on the other side. This place is kind of creepy. Ah, much better. There will be less amounts of death here, I would imagine. More Pikmin, as a matter of fact. Nice. I do feel like we are really out of proportion with the colors here, though. I feel like the yellows need a little more time in the proverbial sun, but that's okay. We'll get them to push this stone, but not too far, because we need to get inside of that door. And as you've probably already noticed by now, both sides of this stage are identical. It's just one is in the upside down spooky dark world, and the other is nice and happy and carefree, but this is the one where we get the best treasure of them all. It's a selfie taker. Yeah, a smile detector. Beautiful. I didn't even realize they made cameras that weren't on phones anymore. Right, those really are a relic of the ancient past. Huh. So we're gonna go continue moving this one on forward, and we're near the end of the stage. I think this one might have a bit of a tricky thing going for it. Man, those guys really have some lung capacity, I'm telling ya. Alright, I guess you guys really do want to die, so there you go. You chose the worst possible moment to stick your face out, and we'll head up here. The end of the stage is right over there, but I guess this is probably as good a time as any, as to showcase the radar. This can show you where there are hidden doors in specific areas that you might not be able to see immediately. So we'll go and destroy this, sand rock block in the way, and we'll head in there. You want to be careful though, because if you drop the second stone on top of it, you won't be able to get in, and you'll have to restart the stage literally, because everything stays dead, moved wherever you left it until you restart the area. So head over here, and there's some enemies. No, there's just a giant rock. There's also another door down there. If you head out, you'll actually go back to the previous area, and you kind of saw I skipped it before, but it's mostly because you can't even get in there. But we keep on going this way, murder a couple of spiders in the process. Why in the hell not? And ooh, hi. Do we want to fight you? We have enough troops. Make sure you keep in mind of your count, because it doesn't automatically switch colors unless you manually press it. But even then, it's kind of annoying and hard. So touch screen applications are not really useful. So we actually ended up on the other side of the goal. You can't pass through the light, and had you just gone through the stage and entered the light normally, you would have seen a glimmer of this, of the Independence Monument. Is that a leg to a transformer? Damn. But you would have just seen it and you'd be like, oh man, I missed it. Oh, shucks. Gotta replay through the level again. Something, I don't know. But we're not schmucks, so we did it. We found all the treasures, and we have finished the penultimate stage of the Brilliant Garden. It's nice. Now let's see what we got. Oh, that's not too bad. 775, cool. So this is the last time we'll actually have intermixed Pikmin colors until World 3, and it's kind of interesting that they didn't do any of it for the next area. I've detected indigenous creatures before, but the one up ahead is a doozy. Be careful before heading out into the next area, Captain Olimar. Keep doing your Pilates and put some clothes on, you crazy madman. You know we record everything that goes on in the ship, right? It's getting beamed straight back home to Hockatate. But every stage in this world has been completed, and we're now up against the Shadow in the Brush, the boss for Area 1, so let's go ahead and see what we're up against. Alright, you guys, are you ready? Our first boss lies ahead, and I'll warn you now, he's crazy. Oh boy. So yes, we have ourselves a giant grub bear. And this guy is kind of a pushover. Wait for him to turn around and then throw all your Pikmin on his back. You'll typically start with 20 of them right off the bat, and if you lose them, then, well, you won't be able to harvest anymore. But these bosses are really easy most of the time, and they telegraph their moves really obviously. When the leaves, flutter, or I guess the blades of grass, gotta run out of the way and avoid his mouth, although the hit detection on these guys is a little wonky, as you can see. So run between his legs, and there we go. 3 cycles is usually all it takes. It's just your run-of-the-mill Nintendo boss fight, and we'll wait for him to do it again. This time, he might take a stab at us a couple more times than before, but I think we'll be fine. Just avoid that and wait for him to make any non-threatening gestures, please. I can already tell this is going to be really weird in the video, so I apologize. Should have gotten a little farther, man. Those big bulging eyes didn't really do you any favors. It's probably farsighted. Or I guess nearsighted would be more accurate. Hey, you want to come over here and let me run between your legs? Or am I just going to have to do it? I think I just might have to run through. Oh, okay, that didn't kill anyone. I'll take it. Hooray for poor programming and hit detection. A game made for children yet. So, with our first boss, the Grub Bear, finally down, we got ourselves a trophy, the Flashy Monument, worth 1,000 Sparklium, which is really nice, and we managed to beat the entirety of the Brilliant Garden without losing a single Pikmin. Eventually I'll show you what they look like when they perish, but for the most part, it's not very exciting. I'm reading a rich source of Sparklium in a nearby sector. It seems to be very wet there. I hope you brought your swimsuit, Captain Olimar. I think he just really wants to go skinny dipping. That's why it always constantly looks like he's naked. Just walking around the cabin of the ship like, hey. So we get ourselves a nice little pin there, and we enter Sector 2. Are you guys ready for this? Next time, ladies and gentlemen, on Hey Pikmin, we will be entering the Foaming Lake and be introduced to swimming, first for Captain Olimar, as well as a couple of blue Pikmin. This is where the game starts getting kind of It's not really so much hey Pikmin as it is meh Pikmin, but hey. We'll still get through it, and there's also a lot of really cool bits to be found here, so my name is Ellison Cruz, and I hope to see you guys next time.